What is up, YouTube? G3 Iron here, and today we're going to do something different with our POE Tools discussion. We're going to talk a little bit about bad resources, so some resources that could get you into some trouble. And right here what I've done is I have Googled Path of Exile guides, because there are so many other players right now in PoE, and so many new players that are checking out the channel, that are subbing, that are coming from Reddit, that are joining the guild, that are just getting into Path of Exile because it's an awesome game. That's great. We all love that. But then that means that you turn to Google inevitably to find out, hey, I need to know about tools, I need to know about guides, I need to know where the forums, I need to know where's the community that plays this game, and where do they hang out at. So, sure enough, here we go. We go to Google, and the first thing that you get when you turn into Google is these bunch of results that are great. Some of them are great, some of them are not so great. So today I'm going to give you two really quick tips just on how to avoid potentially bannable sites if you affiliate with them. And use their services. So some really bad resources. Not every PoE tool that's out there is a good tool. There's a lot of stuff out there that's just junk, and it's bad stuff. For you as a player, it violates terms of services. It's bannable. It's whether that's temp ban, perm ban, etc. So let's dive in. So very first off, the first tip is dating. So the date of which something is posted. As soon as you look something up, go check out the date of it. So this is true for both bad resources that are officially on the forums, as well as bad resources that you may find through Google. So let's say, for instance, that we're looking right here at the second overall web search return to come back from Path of Exile guides on Google. And it says it's from September 3 of 2017. Now, the great thing about this guide, it could be a really nice guide, and when we go there and we check it out, we see, hey, this looks like it's probably well thought out. It's got screenshot, several different screenshots. It's got a description of all the different classes. It's got a description and overview of the passive tree. Hey, it's talking about the starting areas, keystones, the different types of leagues. Like, this is a bunch of stuff that's really helpful. However, it was posted September 3, 2017. That's almost a year ago. So while there may be some very helpful information that is an overall helpful tip for new players, the reality is that while we don't want to be slaves in the moment all the time, for Path of Exile, a game that updates with new leagues once every 3 to 4 months, and that comes out with a massive expansion once every year, and that adds routinely to their story mode and to their end game every single year, every 10 to 12 months, like, you really can't trust something that's going to be a year old, really even something that's 6 months old. If I started talking to you guys right now on this video about bestiary and bestiary mechanics, you'd go, what's bestiary? Because if you're new to Incursion, you're going, hey, I don't even know what that league was, even though that was literally the league that was right before Incursion League. If you've never played before Incursion League, you're going, what is this mechanic? And not every mechanic sticks around. Bestiary is a key example of this, that entire mechanic that was designed for that league is now gone from the game. So if there was a build guide that came out, or a particular new player's guide to Path of Exile that came out, but it was dated at a particular time where maybe the league mechanic is very integral and very important, it may not even be there anymore. So there should actually be a little bit of recency bias. Recency bias here isn't necessarily a fallacy. It can actually be a good thing. So check for recency bias as you're looking up different resources to judge whether or not it's a bad resource. Now, the second thing is you want to watch out for things that are advertising themselves for RMT. RMT stands for real money transactions. So right here on our third result, you look up best PoE builds. Here we go. Take a look at this website. And as soon as we go to this website, you see in the top right corner, there is a little shopping cart. As soon as you see anything like this, you should be going, this is bad. This is bad news. I need to leave. Because this place is a website that engages in real money transactions, RMTs, which are against the terms of service, and it will get you banned. Stay away from it. If you look right here on the right hand side, boom, big old advertisement. A cheap PoE currency. Ordello is a secure Path of Exile player-to-player marketplace trading with real cash. Get banned. Like, banned. Get banned. Bad. Good day, sir. Go away. Just bad. This is bad. It's up to date. Fantastic, but the reason why it's up to date is because it's an RMT site and it's trying to scam you out of real money. Now you may be thinking, oh, does that mean that only RMTers are scammers like this? No, there are actually in-game scammers that also scam people with their build guides on third-party websites. So you may be wondering, well, how would somebody go about doing that? Well, you can get scammed because somebody can put up an entire build, make sure that it gets way up on the SEO returned list on Google on your search options, and then a bunch of players go and play this new build, maybe using a couple of uniques, and somebody or some clan in-game has got a corner on the market of that unique, and they sell a bunch of these new uniques to all these new players that are coming in. And really, the uniques aren't that valuable, so they're price fixing. They're just taking essentially a bunch of new players. It's like a reverse Robin Hood. They're taking from the poor and giving themselves to make themselves rich. It's awful. So you really want to watch out for third-party websites. And I've had so many people on YouTube, so many people on Reddit, so many people on in-game message me and say, "Oh, can you check out my build guide?" So many people on Discord send me their build guides. "Hey, can you just check this out? I'm following this guy's build guide," and it pulls up to a website like this. And as soon as they send it to me, it's got like a shopping cart, it's got like a $sign, a cash sign, it's got like this little ad right here. Did you know that Odello is a secure trading platform? Like, it's just bad. It's bad news. Like, get banned, good day, sir, walk away, close out the window, and never go back there again. Like, it's just bad news. So if you see anything like that on a website, seriously, do not interact with anything on that website. Even if they've got good information about a build guide, it's not redirecting back to the forums. There's somebody else that's actually going to legitimately post a build guide that's probably similar to it, if not exactly the same, but it's going to be hosted on the official forums, because a lot of the times what these RMTers do is they don't even play the game in terms of having game knowledge. They'll just rip off whatever's popular off of the forums. So chances are there's actually somebody on the forums that is even doing this, and maybe even these folks that are RMTing are essentially, scamming or plagiarizing somebody else's build guide. So anyway, you just don't want to be affiliated with that, especially if you're part of the G3 family, you're a good guy gamer. Like, you just it's ruchy, it violates terms of service, all that. So here's another one of these websites. This is, I believe, the 5th website, Path of Exile Gems, and as soon as you click on the website, like, this is what comes up: how you too can enjoy the most powerful and fun builds currently in game without spending weeks farming currency. You know how? Instant delivery, best service, RMT. As soon as any of you guys send me, or any of your friends send me or send you a website and go, "Hey, can you check out this build for me?" and this sort of stuff pops up, just be like, "Dude, I got to get you another build. Like, we got to start looking for you for another build. Because this build's bad, this website's bad, the info could be bad. Just get away. Like, just get away from it." Because it's just not worth it. Like, again, no matter how they've laid out their build, no matter what they've done, they could have plagiarized it from somebody else. So it could look really great. It could be up to date. But the reality is, it's just not worth interacting with anything that's an RMT. Go to the official forums, support players that actually play the game, play it the right way, and don't violate the terms of service. So those are the 2 tips. Look for stuff that's recent. So here's another example of a beginner guide, and it's simply not going to be great because it was updated August 3rd, 2017, right? So look for something that's updated, something that is up to date, and then look for guides that are like on the official forums. Beware of stuff that says, "Hey, click here to buy stuff. Click here to buy stuff with your RMT," because those are just bad resources and they deserve to get you banned. So to sum things up, a couple of ways that you can really quickly take a look and know what's a good resource versus what's a bad resource. And we've got our favorite boy here, Drake. POE guides from third-party websites, just walk away from that stuff. Like, say no. Just say no. Walk away. POE guides from POE forums, hey, say yes. And then, hey, is it up to date? Because even folks on the forums won't always up to date their build guides. Sometimes they'll be a few leagues behind. So double check on the update list, because a lot of the times folks that are staying up to date with their build guides will say exactly when they've updated and for what league they've updated. So stay away from those bad POE resources, whether they're RMT or simply out of date. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, Exile, and as always, like and subscribe and stay tuned for more daily POE content.